Hello everyone, myself Prem Shelke, and over the next few minutes I am going to show you Ordering, which is a full stack web food ordering platform I built end to end from the database to checkout screen during my month-long internship in the DevStack Academy. Before I start, I want to say a genuine thank you to DevStack Academy for giving me this opportunity. This project is a great help to my career and all the guidance that that the mentors gave and the environment they gave to build something real. This is a very good opportunity and thank you for that. So here's a quick version of what we'll be seeing in a few minutes. A working platform where customers can browse restaurants, order food, pay with Stripe, and leave a review, and where the AI model actually writes the menu description and reads the review for you. I'll walk you through how it's built, why I made the choices, and I'll show the running and let's later on. And now let's get into it. Talking about agenda, before I dive in, here's a quick roadmap of what I will cover. I'll start with some context on the internship itself, then introduce the project, what is needed to do. From there, I'll get into the technical side, full stack web development, and the mod stack, and how the system is architecture. Then I'll walk you through the key features, including AI integration, and then wrap up with the tech stack and what I learned, key learnings, and finish with a Q&A as well. This is internship overview. So, bit of context. I worked as full stack web developer intern for 4 weeks, and it was a great experience. The goal was to build something production ready using modern JavaScript technologies, and to work with the real and in a very great environment, basically. That meant handling the projects end to end from initial concept, design, and all the way development, testing, and deployment. Coming into goals of the internship. Going in, there were a few goals. First, really understand what the full stack workflow, not just write code, but own a feature designed to deploy. Secondly, genuinely comfortable with one stack, which is MongoDB, Express, React, Node.js, and not just use it, but understand why it's fit together the way it does. I also wanted to get a proper designing RESTful API with documentation, versioning, error handling, and various things. Security was a big one too, and to build authentication the right way, which JWT and role-based access. And finally, I got hands-on experience with third-party services, so I integrated Site, Cloudinary, and Grok's AI API into this project. Again, a huge thanks to Webstack Academy for giving me this opportunity. Coming into project overview, so this is what we have built over it. Order it, a food ordering platform for clients, and it's a core. No, let's browse restaurants, menus, add items to cart, place an order, pay online, and leave a review afterwards. It's not just customer facing app. There is a full admin dashboard behind it, managing restaurant packing orders and looking at analytics. So let's not think of it as a less single app, more like a SaaS product. It is supports multiple restaurant, real-time cart and checkout, secure payment, and some AI-powered features as well. I'll get to that shortly. These are project requirements. Before writing any code, there were core requirements I had to design around. Support for multiple restaurants, each with their own menu, role-based authentication, supports admins and super admins. All CNs can do different things. All have their different things to work on. A shopping cart that calculates price in real time. Also helping with the GST at the end page. We'll get into that later. A secure checkout using Stripe, an admin dashboard for managing menu, order, and users. And there also a review system that doesn't just collect reviews but actually analyzes them using AI. And what is full stack web development? Quick refresher for anyone less familiar with the technology full stack. What full stack is just means that you're working across all three layers of for the four technologies I use. Just one second. Yeah. Moonset is just acronym for the four technologies that were used: MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. MongoDB. Well, coming into MongoDB, it's a NoSQL database. Data is stored as flexible documents rather than digit tables and just. Express is a what is Express? Express is a lightweight framework that sits on top of Node and makes it building RESTful API much easier. React is front-end library I use to build the UI as reusable components. And Node and what is Node? Node is what lets JavaScript run on server. The reason the stack works so well together is that all four pieces speak JavaScript and JSON. So the data can flow from database to backend to the front end without any constant translation between languages. One second. Yes, the reason this stack works so well together is that the four P's speak JavaScript and JSON. So data can flow from the database to backend and to the front end without constant translation between languages. System architecture. Yes. Coming into system architecture, this is a high-level architecture of the whole system. Basically, on the front end, I use React 18 with Vite along with Redux Toolkit for state React router for navigation, React Bootstrap for UI components, Axios for API calls. That talks over to the rest to the backend, which is built with Express, Node, and JWT for authentication and a standard MVC pattern. The backend talks to MongoDB through Mongoose, which also handles schema validation. And then there are a few external services plugged in also, which is Cloudinary for image storage, Stripe for payment, Grok for AI feature, and NodeMiller for sending emails. This is the front-end architecture. Zooming into front-end, specifically, I use React 18 with Vite, which gives a faster dev experience and a leaner production build compared to older tooling. Redux Toolkit handles global state things like logged-in user, the card contains and shared UI states. React Router manages all the client-side navigation. For styling, I use React Bootstrap along with the custom CSS to keep things responsive and mobile first, so that our web app is very responsible across various devices, tablet, phone, desktop, and mobile phone, tabs, various ones. And Axios handles all the HTTP with the interceptor setup. So Auth can get gets attached automatically. This is backend architecture. On the backend side, it's a Node and Express REST API structured in a clean modular way rather than one giant file. MongoDB with Mongoose handles the data layer, schema modeling, validation, all of that. Authentication is JW-based. Using authentication is JW-based. Using it as access and refresh token strategies. So sessions stay secure, constantly forcing people to do log backend, and basically log in back. There's a middleware layer that also handles error handling, role-based access control, request validation, and the whole thing follows an MVC pattern. Requests flow through routes and to controller, and then models and services handle the actual business logic. Key modules. In terms of action functionality, the app is broken down into five core modules: authentication, restaurant and menu, cards and order, coupon system, and reviews. Authentication handles registration, logins, JWT tokens, and role-based access. Restaurant have various menus. It covers full code for restaurant categories, dishes, cards, order, and lets user add items, checkout, track orders history, and status. There's a coupon system for creating and validating discount code also. And the review model lets customers submit ratings and text reviews which then get run into AI analysis, which we'll get into later on. Payment integration. For payments, I integrated Stripe directly. It is a PCI compliant database, so it handles the sensitive card data securely and it supports multiple payment methods. For example, card, wallet, and international payments as well. The flow works like this. The customer clicks pay now, the backend creates a payment intent and the order details. Stripe processes the actual payment and once the payment is confirmed to a webhook, the order gets marked as confirmed on the system. Then here are our AI features, which I said I'll get into. First feature is dish description. Uh, it is integrated through Grok Llama's 3.1 model to auto-generate dish description. So instead of restaurant owner manually writing description for every single dish, they just enter the dish name and the ingredients, and the AI generates a description for that particular dish along with a smart tags for cuisine type and dietary preference as well. And it gives even flag potential allergies for customer safety as well. So for example, if you just type in chicken tikka masala, it will generate something like a description of let's say previous tomato curry with grilled chicken and flag it as a dairy as it contains dairy automatically. Next feature, reviews analysis. The second AI feature was on the other hand, analyzing customer reviews. Instead of restaurant owner having to read through hundreds and review annually, the system runs the analysis to tell whether the feedback is positive, neutral, or negative. It generates a short summary of key themes, and extracts the most commonly mentioned keywords. So as an example, it might show that even 85% of reviews are positive. The top keywords are things like delicious, fast delivery, food service, and customer feedback, various things. And give one-line summary that customer love the food quality and speed. What it does is turns raw reviews text into something the restaurant owner can actually act upon. This is all the text summary. On the front end, we used React 18, the Redux Toolkit, and Vite. On the backend, Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. For authentication, JWT for payments, Stripe, and for images, Cloudinary. And for the AI features, which we just talked about, Grok 3.1 Llama model. For email, we use Node Mailer and Bootstrap for styling. It is a fairly complete production style stack for a project like this. So coming into one of the main features, main slides, pre-learnings. Stepping back from the technical details, to be honest, here's what I actually learned from this internship. I got real practice with the full stack workflow, end to end. I learned how to design REST APIs properly with versioning, error handling, and documentation as well. Not just endpoints that happen to work. I got much more comfortable truly with the state management and Redux, Toolkit, and React. Also got hands-on experience integrating real third-party API and Stripe Cloudinary. Rock and Gold Miller. I learned a lot about the authentication, security, specifically JWT, password hashing, and bicrypt, HTTP only thingies, and CORS configuration. Let's dive into conclusion. To wrap this up, I announced that I successfully built a complete full stack ordering platform from the website academy with the help of webstack academy. Along the way, I got hands-on experience of the entire MERN stack and the modern tooling around it. And I feel like this I have a solid foundation for a career in full stack web development. If I had to sum up the previous takeaways, it's that I it's it's that I learned how to integrate AI capabilities, basically payment system and cloud services into real world application. Not just in theory, but actually working on it practically. None of this have happened with the opportunity that Webstack Academy gave to the structure, the mentorship, and the push to build something real instead of just following a tutorial by watching this video, which is also called as tutorial. I'm genuinely grateful for this opportunity, and thank you. That's it. Thank you for listening once again, and also a big thank you to Webstack Academy for making this internship possible. I'm happy to take any questions. Here are my contacts on the screen if you'd like to reach out and connect on LinkedIn or GitHub as well. Thank you. So this is the demo. Here we have our full stack web application. This is so user first has to log in. Register, then you can log in easily. This is the interface of our app, web app. So uh, as you can see, the homepage welcome user with a clean interface displaying all the restaurants available and along with the ratings and their addresses. So here we have some restaurants. It can also be segregated in the basis of pure veg. So here are the pure veg restaurants. And this is the sort by review section. Here the reviews, it will be sorted as per the reviews. For example, the most number of reviews are for this hotel, so it popped up on the top. And this also by rating. This is the search bar. For example, let's search a restaurant. Here we have a restaurant. If we want to order something, we can do add to cart. This is a cart. This is a cart. This is a page. This is the items we have ordered. We can increase and decrease as per our needs. So this is the summary of all the order. This is the menu, the item selected, and we check out. We can pay either using link or without link. So I'll get into the payment session layer later on. Here we have our profile. Here we if we click on here, we get three options: orders. We can see the orders we placed in this section, and this is profile section. So this is the info. We can even edit the profile. For example, we have to edit name and we can even change our avatar, for example. Mm, Let's update it. Yeah, we updated our profile even, and let's go to cart. Let's place the order. For example, this also uh, gets in with taxes, for example. The taxes are automatically added up. So here we have our order has been successfully placed. Go to order. We can go to order by either clicking that or on just orders. So here we have it, the placed order action or delivery. We have the information related to this payment process, order status, what the many items we have. This is it actually. We can also search as shown earlier. It's a full front end and back end integrated project. If we want to order from some else restaurant, we can just go to another restaurant and add this. So the whatever the card is here, we get it replaced and can further continue. So this is it. Thank you.